guys, MurphoFan45 here, and today we'll be reviewing the 1962 film Harakiri. And I would say just go watch this film right now. I mean, before I even get into the review, just go watch this film right now. Just going completely blind. That's how I did it. I didn't know what the title meant, and then when a specific scene happens, I was like shocked at what was occurring. But yeah, just essential viewing for everyone. Go watch it. But yeah, the film is called Harakiri. It was released in 1962, directed by Masaki Kobayashi. It stars Tatsuya Nakata, Renaro Mikune, Shimoa Iwashita, and Akima Ishima. I probably just butchered their names, but they're all amazing in this. Some of the stuff they have to portray. I don't even know if I should say the plot of this movie, honestly. All I'll say is basically the samurai goes to this house and says he wants to commit harakiri there. And events unfold and everything isn't what it seems. But yeah, this immediately went up in my favorite films as I was watching it, because just wow. The visuals are here. We'll just go over it in bits again. So the direction is amazing. The opening shot of the sort of statue type thing is absolutely stunning. The shots of the actual harakiri are amazing. There are so many great shots. The third samurai duel shot is I don't even know how he got that shot. Some of the shots in this film are legitimately on another level. I've never seen something directed like this. And this was made in the 60s. It was made in 1962, but it was still made in the 60s, and the direction was this good. I'm starting to think that 60s is definitely the best decade in cinema, because Umbrellas of Cherbourg, my second favorite film of all time, was from the 60s. Bergman was working hard in the 60s. Persona was made in the 60s. Then this was made in the 60s. This is a central viewing, honestly. The way this film plays itself out is genius. A character is up to something, but when it's finally revealed what he's doing there, it's just heartbreaking. It's an extremely depressing film. I wasn't expecting it to be as depressing as it was, because literally, the opening 30 minutes, you're either going to be in or out. Because within the opening 30 minutes, a harakiri happens, and it's extremely, extremely hard to watch. What they make this person do is just evil. But this film is amazing. The direction is immaculate, as I just said. The ending shot of the film is stunning. Every single shot in the film is stunning. The final duel scene, which it is my favorite final fight scene in a movie, is absolutely stunning as well. And then the acting. The actors really have to show some emotions that wouldn't normally be portrayed, is what I'll say. But especially in the harakiri scene, I gotta keep bringing that up. It looks so realistic that it legitimately it just sticks with you. I mean, the acting is amazing. The guy who plays Sugamo, the main character, is perfect. I mean, when the final 30 minutes happen, you really, really feel for him as he's explaining his story, because his story is heartbreaking again. I mean, this movie goes to some extremely dark places. And then the ending makes you ask so many questions of like, will the samurai honor even exist, or is it just a facade? Is what does Harakiri actually mean? I mean, it's it's a complete masterpiece. I mean, there's and the music. The music is amazing too. The opening scene, if it were not for the music, this movie would not be nearly as good. It adds so much atmosphere to the entire thing, especially in the duel scenes. But then the opening scene as well, it sort of unnerves you. I mean, everything in this film just works perfectly in tandem. I mean, all the films and my favorite films don't have like an issue with them. Everything works perfectly. And in this film, like, everything is literally done to perfection. Like, everything is done in the best possible way it could be done. But yeah, if you can't take some extreme stuff, I might not watch it, because it goes through some extremely dark subjects again. Like, Harakiri itself is like, I mean, that specific scene, like, has stuck with me after watching it, because it's just so gut-wrenching. I mean, you don't want this guy to do what he has to do, and then he ends up having to do it. I mean, the fact that the director can make you feel that hard about, like, just one specific scene in the movie should show you how great the film is. I mean, the rest of the film is amazing too. And the plot is legitimately one of the best plots I've seen. I mean, it's so interesting the way it builds and builds and builds and builds up until the end, when everything explodes in probably my new favorite, well, no, maybe one of my favorite finales to a movie. I mean, when the finale comes, you're just in a shocked state from everything that's just happened. I mean, this entire film is so engrossing. I was looking at the screen like the full time, like I could not take my eyes off it. And I haven't even gotten into the symbolism yet. I mean, there's some great symbolism with the statue figure type thing. I mean, that just shows you how good this movie is. I love symbolism in film, and this film 100% had a ton of symbolism. But like, I wasn't even paying attention to the symbolism. The story was so good. I mean, I realized some extremely specific symbolism once again with the statue. Like, the statue is way more important than it seems. But yeah, I don't know when I'll rewatch this, because I don't know if I want to. Well, no, I'm gonna rewatch it eventually. I mean, it's in my top 5 favorite films of all time now. I mean, it's legitimately that good after first viewing. But like, I don't know if I could rewatch it. I may wait a couple months before I go back to this one, because once again, like, woo, it's a heavy film. I mean, once again, it's not for everyone. It's relatively slow moving. It has some extremely disturbing scenes. The ending scene and the death of a specific character is just, it makes you question things. I mean, the film's perfect in every aspect for me. It wasn't missing anything. It it did everything it wanted to do. It had symbolism, great direction, great cinematography, great acting, and an extremely dark story. This was very clearly in my favorite films, and like as I watched it, it just kept going up and up and up. It's not my favorite film, but it's like, I think it's in my third favorite films place right now, because it's, once again, like, it's, the script alone is perfect. The direction alone is perfect. The music alone is perfect. The acting alone is perfect. Well, when they're all combined, it still works. And most movies can't pull that off. But this movie did it with ease. I mean, I can't imagine what it was like to film this. I want to hear a commentary track on this movie from a film historian or something, because this, I mean, it's super high on Letterboxd's top 250 narrative features, and I completely agree with that. It definitely deserves to be up there. I mean, it's just, basically, I was originally going to watch Stalker last night, the Andrei Tarkovsky film, but I discovered you really got to be in a mood to watch an Andrei Tarkovsky film, and I wasn't in the mood at that time, so I was like, let's watch Harakiri. And oh yeah, it was recommended by SGS Films. Thanks to him for finally convincing me to watch this masterpiece. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. This is just a masterpiece. I don't think there is a single error in this film. No, there isn't a single error in this film. And yeah, thank you to SGS Films. I'll definitely be doing an updated video, favorite films video soon. I just gotta hit up the Wong Kar-wai filmography and the Kiarostami filmography, and then knock some films off my high priority watch list before I do an updated one, because there are some big films I haven't seen yet that I need to get to. In the Mood for Love, I've been waiting to watch for a while. Andrei Rublev and Stalker, I need to get to those as well. Basically all the films with potential to be in my favorite films, which is a lot. I'll be watching a film or trying to every day. I mean, I was up till 3 a.m. finishing this film, and it was worth it every second. I mean, essential viewing, just go watch it. I mean, once again, the direction, that ending shot, the beginning shot, the dual shots, the shot of the people committing harakiri, the shot of the guy waiting to commit harakiri, the acting, especially by Tetsuya Nakadai, is on another level. I mean, obviously direction and cinematography and the plot alone. Yeah, just go watch this film. It is legitimately beyond rating. It's so good. I can't wait to see Kwaidan, which was also done by Masaki Kobayashi. He's made a ton of great films, apparently. He made one called Samurai Rebellion that has my interest. The Human Condition trilogy I've heard a lot about, and I'll definitely be watching. Then Kwaidan, it's supposed to be an epic anthology, but, I mean, essential viewing, that's it. Stay safe, stay quarantined, and have a good day. And thank you to SGS Films for recommending me this.